inevitable.
Okay, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Khaotic Conversation. And here we go. The beat's banging, so the verse gotta bang too. You ain't feeling it, man. I don't know what to say to you. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep flowing. And my channel, yeah, it's gonna keep growing. Comment chat is who I am. You be like, yo, that's Danny? Damn, he kinda nice. This shit is hot. It's Monday night. It's 9 o'clock. The show Khaotic Conversation is the best damn show on YouTube Nation. So sit back, enjoy the show, like the Joker says, and here we go. Khaotic Conversation. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you dare miss it. That's what I said. Don't you dare miss it. Peace. What up, what up, what up, what up? Mm-hmm. It is the Khaotic Conversation, episode 98, 2 away from 100. 98. And usual suspects in the house. Chris Knight should be here shortly. I think he is stuffing his face. Once we get in here, we will go ahead and get the ball rolling. I am your host, Comment Chat, and here I have my two amigos. To my left, right, however you want to look at it, is Anzo of Biggaford Entertainment, and down below is Guy Scar of the Bosco Scenario. What's going on, fellas?
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. What's going on?
What are you saying?
Like a villain.
I tell you, I was on the way to the comic book store with my two grandsons and my daughter, and we didn't know this, but the comic book store we have is the largest comic book store, square footage on the East Coast, and the second largest in the country. I was like, damn, that's in South Carolina. Well, anyway, man, we was going there and they were listening to, and it was like I had it on the hip hop station playing the 90s hip hop, and I say, there is no better hip hop to me than in the 90s, man. And it was like, what's the guy that's the lead singer for Brand Nubian? I can't think his name.
Grand Poobah?
Yeah, it was some song Poobah was singing. And man, that shit sounded like fire. I was like, damn, I missed them times. Because now you listen to this shit now, you'd be like, what the hell are they saying?
What was that
they're saying the same thing over and over.
I was listening to an old school song by Lords of the Underground. Remember them?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chief Rocker.
Here Comes the Lord, and Chief Rocker was.
Yeah, Chief Rocker.
The Lord what was Chief Rocker?
Number one, Chief Rocker.
I can't think of the other guy's name. One was Chief Rocker. Mr. something.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the names.
It was Mr. something. That's going to drive me crazy.
Number one, Chief Rocker, number one.
Yeah. You know what shows what YouTubes I really hate? Like, it'd be these young cats, and they never heard of our music. They be asking questions like, who sang that? And why was this? Because one of my favorite songs is Rough, Rugged, and Raw by PMD. And he was like, it says EPMD, but on here is PMD. What's that for? And I want to be like, man, please invite me on here so I can tell you this shit.
Yeah, yeah. Lords of the Underground. We had Das Effects, Foo Schnickens. Oh my gosh.
All them suckers.
Yeah.
You say you don't know all of them? Hey, down the line, how you doing?
I say I remember all of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't really too big fan of Foo Schnickens.
I liked it because one of the guys had an Expos cap in the video, and that wasn't seen a lot back then.
The only song I remember them singing is La Schmoove. And
that one was Shaq too.
Yeah, La Schmoove, and you had I am a true Foo Schnick. I am a true Foo Schnick.
But some of this stuff was kind of corny to me.
And then the one with Shaq they have.
Shaq Fu, what is his name?
Yeah.
It was for the movie, wasn't it? Yeah.
No, video game.
Cause man, I love Nice and Smooth, but man, if you listen to Greg Nice lyrics, man, they don't make sense. I'm like, who loves Popeye, Alice the Goon? I'm like, what? Greg Nice is like a fairy tale. Orca
was a great
There's a
big
great big
whale. Like,
whale. I knew a fat girl who broke the scale. You won't tell, I won't tell.
I was like,
Clientele, I must excel. Took a little test, I passed and failed.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
man,
yeah,
listen
stop.
to
You
that.
almost got me beatboxing.
You listen to that thing like he just saying words that rhyme. They ain't tying into no story. I'm like, but man,
Yeah.
that shit was funky back then, boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and don't tell the guy, the rappers from the '90s that they used to dress like in the '80s. You
Hey, I
know,
can say this though. I put up any '90s rapper against these rappers now, and they
As
won't.
would I,
They will get smoked.
for sure.
oh
Smoked.
yeah,
Hands down.
the lyrical level is completely 100 times better in the '90s and '80s.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Let's see what
Let's do it. Let's do
our
it.
first
Get
topic
through
is
and through
going
and
to
through.
be. Uh,
Caca.
What?
what
Kaka?
was it? A
Nothing.
big topic.
Okay. Ooh. What is his plans? Do
It's
tell.
going to be Kevin Feige's insane plans. They said Kevin Feige insane Avengers 6 plans revealed by a new rumor. This article came out today by author Sam Grave, reporter. I'm not sure what the title is, but Sam Grave wrote this piece. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has been rumored to have insane plans to make Avengers Secret Wars even bigger than Avengers Endgame. After over a decade of build-up, Infinity War and Endgame culminated the Infinity Saga with the ultimate crossover event unlike any other. But as the MCU story continues into the multiverse saga, this has left Marvel Studios with the tough task of matching that financial and critical acclaim Avengers 5 and 6. The Avengers will first reunite for 2025's The King Dynasty, but their return just 1 year later for the 2026 Secret Wars has already been confirmed. With these events bringing 5 years of multiversal storytelling to a close, fans have been wildly speculating that Marvel fan favorites could appear. Hulk actor Mark Ruffalo has previously hinted that while the two last Avengers movies will be hard to top, Secret Wars will still go out with a big bang. The Russo brothers also comment on the task of matching their past success, adding how the next storyline could be even bigger and more ambitious.
Wow. They're saying that?
Yep.
Hmm.
According to new rumors shared by Heavy Spoilers, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige is planning for Avengers Secret Wars to be the biggest movie of all time with more major characters than even Avengers Endgame. The MCU boss is reportedly gunning for Secret Wars to feature almost all of the major characters from current and past franchises in some capacity. Feige alleged even wants to recreate Endgame's portals moments, but without the limit of just MCU characters. This time bringing together multiple Marvel franchises from across the multiverse: X Men, Fantastic Four, etc. How will Secret Wars top Avengers Endgame? Although Endgame focused on a smaller cast than Infinity War most of the way, that scale was certainly made up by the Battle of Earth, and almost every major hero of the Infinity Saga returned to face Thanos. And clearly, the aspirations are there to match the grandness and memorability of the moments in Secret Wars.
Mhm.
By the time the next Avengers blockbusters roll around, Marvel Studios will have already brought back Fox vs. Deadpool, Wolverine and Professor X, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and potentially even 2005 Fantastic Four based on the recent Deadpool 3 rumor. So any of these characters have a high chance of making another comeback for Avengers 6, but Feige seems to have aspirations even beyond that to bring back more fan favorites based on this rumor, which could lead to the biggest on-screen battle ever against Kang the Conqueror. Granted, Marvel Studios will unfortunately be able to secure every actor or character fans may be hoping for due to conflicts or lack of interest, although that doesn't mean there won't be plenty of cameos and surprise appearances from legacy Marvel actors and departed MCU stars to fill out the variant hero roster. So, having heard all that, do you think that they can top Endgame and Infinity War? Because the game sounds tight. Or are they
Hmm.
going to be able to deliver?
Well, top and end game won't be an issue. But in top Infinity War, I don't know, that might be a problem.
I don't know, man. That last sour end game, that is almost perfect.
Epic.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it a great movie, though.
I'm
That's
not
that
saying a
one.
great movie. I'm saying the story.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying. Even the story was kind of man. So if they do Secret Wars, and if they do it like I think they're gonna do it, like maybe with the Beyonder or something like that, oh yeah, they could top it for sure.
I don't think they're gonna have to be young. I think King is gonna be the man. I think his powers is gonna be something crazy like we ain't never
Yeah.
seen before. I'm not really a big follower of King. I know he's a time traveler and that he goes back and forth in the future, and I guess get things to upgrade his particular. I think he's kind of like Apocalypse, maybe a
Hmm.
little bit more smarter. Cause I know he's a descendant of Reed Richards. But
Hmm.
they gotta make whatever he does something like how the
Yeah,
hell we gonna beat this sucker?
I think Kang's the Thanos of this whole what we're like where we're getting heading towards.
Hmm.
And of course they're gonna have more actors. They have Fox, they have all those rights now, right?
Hmm.
He's
And
gonna be the big of this phase, whatever phase it
and
is gonna be in.
yeah, and Evans came out and said that he says he misses being Captain America. He said it, so you know he's coming back at one point. And this might be just it. If they're saying they're gonna bring back past and present and everything, bring all the variants in, right?
Hmm.
So it's going to be a big, huge mashup. What they couldn't do with the Infinity War Endgame, I'm sorry, with Endgame, where they had the X-Men involved in it, like in the comic books, I think they're going to try and build up to that. And that might be the point where we get the X-Men after.
Yeah.
But to do it right, they're gonna have to split this movie up because nobody. I mean, I think we all would sit in it. But to do this thing right, man, it got to be a 4 hour movie, 4.5 hour movie to do it just as like it should be. So they're gonna have to. I think they're gonna have to do like a Harry Potter and split it up. Like Deathly Hollows 1, Deathly Hollows 2. They would have to do Secret Wars 1, Secret Wars
Yeah,
Part 2
like
or something.
like initially how they labeled the Infinity Saga at first, right? Infinity War
Mhm.
Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah.
Well, that's what the first Kang War is.
Yeah.
The
So do
first
we
Kang
want
War could be part one,
I
and
think this Kang War is gonna be in a Avengers movie, right?
I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to see a 4 hour MCU movie?
No, I don't. I don't.
I wouldn't want to
4
sit in the
hours?
theater to watch a 4 hour movie. If
No.
it's at home, yeah, but to sit in the theater and watch it, no.
Well, I went to 2 3 hour movies because you might as well say Black Panther was 3 hours with 2 hours 45 minutes.
Pretty much.
Batman was I think 2:30, and then Endgame was straight up 3 hours. So
Right, but now you're adding an extra hour to that. So you went to the bathroom. How many times when you were watching Black Panther? How many times
okay.
did you go to the
First
bathroom?
time I went twice. I
Hmm.
went when just after Shuri done fought and he was collecting the stuff, the beads. That's when I went the first time. The second time I went when she was burning the stuff with T'Challa because I knew if I went then I wouldn't miss the
Miss
instant
anything?
credit.
Yeah.
No. I went yesterday. I only went one time.
Hmm.
I didn't drink as much as I did the first time.
There you go. That's it. You didn't have that big old pop, right? With the tacos and everything, nachos. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's that drink that fucking sends your ass to the bathroom, bro.
Yep. They don't have popcorn because these people. And one of my assistant coaches when I was SO, he did the trick, man. Also, Graham, you got to oversalt the popcorn. So what you doing, man? This thing too salty. No. You oversalt the popcorn, and that makes them thirsty. So instead of one drink, they'll buy two. I was like, you ain't nothing but a scheming, but his logic was sound. They'll so be buying drinks like crazy.
That's exactly why they do it. Hands down, 100%.
Yep.
100%. Make you thirsty.
I sent Chris the link, Danny. He probably didn't have it.
I sent it to him.
I don't know, man.
Oh, whatever. That's good.
Maybe his eyes are failing him from his hunger.
Yeah.
I was yeah. So it's I don't know, man. I think it could be a great movie.
Yeah, I'm ready to see it. Especially the Russo brothers going to tackle it. That's going to be something awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
The article we just read, I already deleted now, but it was saying that basically Kevin Feige has plans for Secret Wars, and that he wants to have everybody on the planet in the movie. in some shape, form, or fashion. The Russo brothers are saying that's going to be even bigger than Endgame and Infinity War. And you just that question was, do you think they can pull it off? And I think one's supposed to come out in 2025, and the other one come out in 2026. So.
One thing I'll say though is I do agree with Dandelion though. They have to say it's going to be bigger, right? Every Marvel movie that comes out, this is the best Marvel movie yet, guys. So
I didn't hear that about Black Panther though. I didn't hear anything like that.
I saw something.
You might hear it now, but before it was released, you didn't hear about the biggest. To me, I mean, they showed a lot, but I didn't hear anything about the best Black Panther ever or this. It was like, okay, here's the scene, blah, blah, blah. Now, after they see it, they'll probably be adding that to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What were you saying, Chris?
I'd heard this. I heard that the Russo brothers were going to come back for this. I think this is actually a really smart move on Kevin Feige's part, because Russo brothers have done most, not all, but most of their team up movies and have done a pretty good job sifting through the mess that it could be. Infinity War was pretty damn good. Endgame, pretty good.
Yes, he is, Basel. I mean, DQ. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, one, Dandelion's right. You've got to say it's going to be bigger. But honestly, maybe they'll play a game with us, and with the multiverse in it, we'll see some people who've been taken out. Maybe they'll be stupid enough to try to bring Iron Man back from a different dimension. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, but what that does set it up for is that with Kang being the big bad right now, Secret Wars, all that stuff, you really could throw everything at it. Now, if that can be sifted through, the Russo brothers are the ones to do it. So yes, can it be bigger? Sure. Can it be done? Sure. And yes, the Russo brothers are the right ones to go to. But you have to be careful, because while I don't necessarily fall down that woke or that pandering pathway, it does appear that they're trying to go down that direction. And Endgame kind of hit some marks where you saw that. So if they're just looking to pander and push one direction only, they could be in trouble. So they've got to be very careful about how they do it. But yeah, it can be done, and that's the right group of people to do it. So,
oh shit, earthquake.
Where?
Here.
Oh, really? Damn.
You can feel it now?
Yeah.
How bad?
Oh, it's very little.
You feel it also?
Like a 1 or 2?
No, I don't feel shit. That's that cocaine he be doing.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
You know?
Let's see. Let me go to the boom, 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 boom.
I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, I think you are.
Oh, my daughter felt it. I was just hollering at her.
Hold on.
All right, here's our next topic, gentlemen. And it is, of course, Black Panther Wakanda Forever just had the biggest box office opening in the history of November. November is historically a great time to go out on the abandoned mail in your local town and see a movie. I made them all.
Yeah,
damn.
it just happened. Oh, sorry, Danny. Yeah, it was an earthquake. Sorry, shit doesn't happen often.
Is it still going on now?
No, 4.3 magnitude.
Damn.
The fuck, I don't feel nothing.
Yeah, right outside Montreal.
That's the power of that marijuana, boy. It got you so high you don't feel nothing.
Yeah,
Maybe.
November is historically a great time to go out to the abandoned mall in your local town and see a movie. It's too cold outside to do things. It's obviously too soon to stay in and watch Christmas movies unless you're Lindsay Lohan. Since there are only two options, the choice here is simple. Go sit in a dark room with strangers and laugh and cry alongside Nicole Kidman. And many people did that just last week. Black Panther Wakanda Forever has broken the record for the biggest box office opening in the month of November, a title that was previously held by the Hunger Games Catching Fire 9 years ago. Wakanda earned 181 million on its opening weekend, which just so happened to be over a million more than Disney had projected. We all know how modest those guys are, so this is pretty big. Earlier this month, The Rock's Black Adam secured 140 million globally on its opening weekend, though Mr. Rock is not at all mad about being dethroned by Shuri and company. He even said in a tweet, a huge congratulations to the entire Black Panther team, Marvel Studios and Disney Studios. Biggest opening ever for the month of November. That's a lot of happy moviegoers around the world. Beautiful. Can't wait to see the movie. That was classy of him.
Yeah, he was still pissed.
Yeah, he was. I ain't smelling what I'm cooking, but I'm there smelling what you're cooking.
These motherfuckers went out to go see this fucking Black Adam movie and not
I know who I am.
Wakanda, not Black Adam.
In addition to being the 8th best MCU movie opening, the superhero sequel also scored the 13th highest opening of all time. Who knows where those stats will be in just another month from now when box office darling James Cameron returns to rip the titles from those mean superhero hands and hand them over to the blue alien guys.
I've already heard some not promising things about that. So
I can say whenever I saw the second, I wasn't really excited about seeing it. I'm going to see it.
Movie looks caca.
I've already got my T-shirt ready to rock it for the opening. And a lot of people, I did hear a lot of people compare Namor's people to that. And it was like, I heard one lady walking around. When I saw those blue people, I was like, I don't know how this movie's going to be. But I sat through it and it was tight. But the blue people kind of threw some people off.
Yeah.
But
there's no other fucking color.
Yeah. I'm glad that this movie made 180 million. I thought it would make more. I guess you could toot your horn at the highest grossing movie ever in November. So I mean, that's saying something. But I thought the movie was going to make $1 billion. I don't know if it's going to make it. I don't know. I have to see next few weeks, man. If you don't do it before, cause I think Avatar comes out December 11th, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I think, of course, it's going to make the customary $500 million, but I'm thinking 750, somewhere in there. Because all the hate I'm hearing.
It just depends. I mean, I don't know. Right now, I think we're hitting this mark of superhero films where if you don't do like exactly what the fans want you to do, that you're going to be criticized more for it.
Hey, Chris, this ain't no BKU, man.
I'm just saying, I know, but it's the thing of
that was a very clever title.
No, it was, but the thing is that is very true. You're right, Danny. It's not necessarily your way, but fans still think they should get what the fuck they want, and sometimes it ain't going to be like that.
I've heard people say we're paying for it and stuff, and look, you gotta use common sense with that. You gotta taper that. This ain't like you go to a restaurant or you go to a clothing store and you go in there and you get your wrong size or you think it's your correct size, and then when you go home and try it on, it don't fit. You can take it back. It don't work like that. And all that's what I'm trying to convey to fans. And this is really me. And I think this is the perfect example. We all four of us on here are Star Wars fans, but I don't care for Andor. I also don't care for Andor. I'm not sure whether or not Guy's watching. I think he's kind of on the fence with some of it.
I'm watching it because it's Star Wars, but I'm not crazy about it, even though I did like the last episode.
But we watched the first, Hans and I watched the first 2 episodes. We didn't like it. it wasn't for us. But you don't hear us coming on here and making videos talking about Star Wars is, and I'm gonna take Anzo's word, caca, caca, caca. There's some people they'll
Patent that shit.
go on there and they'll be saying caca, trash, what it, garbage, whatever, and just I guess they figure out the YouTube algorithm and they know the tweets, and I guess people are drawing negativity. I just don't have that kind of energy. I want to come on here and talk about something that I like. And then if you talk about something that you like, I think that you're going to be more enthusiastic about it. You're going to want to learn more about it. And I think the topic would be more engaging. I know when I'm making videos, if I don't really give a damn about it, I think you can see it in my body language. If it's something that I'm passionate about, whatever, I think you can see it here in my body language. I try to be less comical about it and more serious about it.
Mhm.
And if it's something that I don't like, Danny Graham is not gonna spend his money to go watch some bullshit. But other content creators, they'll spend their money and then come. And to me, that's just crazy. It's crazy. It
Ooh,
is crazy.
do you actually think they spend money to watch? They don't spend money to watch these things.
Okay, I think
Yeah,
I can't. I'm not gonna call anybody names,
yeah,
but
yeah. I know, but
two
I'm just saying.
people that went and watched it and then came back and
Yeah,
critiqued it. I think they spent their money. I could be wrong, but based on one when he watched, he got in the car and he made a quick video about it. I mean, he could have had a pass. I mean, I don't know. They might be like Chris and get
yeah.
those.
Well, they know people that work
You
in
go two
theater.
times and get 50 movies free. Shit. I mean, I don't know, but
Yeah, but
I know if I
it is
go,
a point.
I'm paying for it. I ain't never had no
Yeah.
free movie.
But it is a point, like you said. It's not just, even if every time they go to the movie theater it's free, that's time out of your day. Listen, if you're going to go spend time out of your day and then bitch about it, you can just skip the bitching and just not go. Because they're almost going because they want to bitch about it. And then they just want an excuse to say, oh, I went, so now I can bitch. And while, yes, there's a truth to that, I think they go just because they're going to bitch one way or another. And they just want to say, well, I did go and watch.
And let me make clarification. A lot of people don't believe in Disney. They think it's agenda based. They think it's pushing social issues. They think the mouse is big and evil. The mouse is Darth Sidious. If you have that mindset and everything from the past 4 or 5 projects come out, you say it's totally crap and that this particular brand is going to shit. And why do you keep watching stuff if you already done said 6 or 7, 8, 9 a year ago, 2 years ago that this product is, to me, that's crazy. Now, if you want these one, well, I'm gonna give it a chance. I like some stuff. It's kind of hit and miss. Okay, that's a horse of a different color. But if you have already said, and I've heard some of these YouTubers say, I'm not watching it. I'm not spending much money in it. The time the movie come out and people like it, you go watch it. Then here comes negative Nancy or negative Ned, and to me, that's just crazy. But I mean, it's your money, it's your platform, it's your channel. But I'm just saying, if I already said Guy Score ain't worth a shit, I ain't following. I'm not going to. I'm not. I'm just not gonna do it. And I ain't gonna sit here and say every time you see me, Guy Score ain't worth a shit. Guy Score. But then some people they'll say it. They'll yell at the top of their lungs. I don't understand that thought process.
It's not true. Please sub to my channel because I just lost 2 subs.
I mean, I don't understand that. And maybe I'm too basic math, like I've said. So I want to stay basic math. I ain't trying to go trigonometry and all that bullshit.
No, but also they do it because there's a following. They have a following, and by them continuing that, it feeds the beast, right? It feeds super chats.
Freeze the machine.
Yeah. So of course, if that's what brings in that extra cash,
you're right. And if I was, and I'm just gonna be honest, if I was just found out that if I talk positive about Black Panther, Black Adam, whatever, and it getting me so many clicks, I probably would ride it to the damn wheels fall off. So I mean,
yeah.
But I don't have no much time to do all that negative stuff. And to look for an agenda on every movie. That is crazy. I want to go to the movie to enjoy and get away from some of this craziness, not sit there and psychoanalyze it and break it down, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's what you want to do.
some of them go to these movies just so that they can bitch and complain about it, right? You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, let's go see Black Wakanda Forever so that we can tell people how it's all about women and women this and women that, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
As
I
much
didn't-
as it's kind of true, but I know what you mean. Like they're constantly at it with it.
Okay, but let me ask you this, guys. I'm glad you brought it up. What is so bad with Black Panther had a predominantly woman casters now? Well,
I didn't think anything bad about it.
I'm asking.
No, I'm
Because
honestly,
you seem to be on the fence sometimes that the women being in the star role is kind of bad and the men taking backseat.
I have an issue when the woman is put in the front by bringing down the man when there's a certain story being told.
Okay.
When they ridicule the man, that's when I have an issue.
But hadn't it been the other way for years?
Yes, that's
sometimes,
true.
not all the time, but yes.
But
I'm not saying all the time, but most of the time you saw
you're dead on right. But it bothers me.
But that goes down to what Geisker is saying here is almost like how would you put it? The Mary Sue approach. It's like if they just do it to do it. Like Ripley in Alien and Aliens, she kind of just has to do it, and she ends up doing it, and you buy into it wholeheartedly because whether or not she does it because she's a badass or she does it because there's no other option, her character, you believe in it.
But
if you just give it to the head or the lead actress or actor, even if it's a guy, if you can't buy into the lead being what they're presented as, that's what's bad. I don't care if it's a woman or a guy. So.
But let's not act like those Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and all these movies. He wasn't a Mary Sue. A-Team, they weren't Mary Sues. They were. MacGyver was a Mary Sue.
At times, yes, but
Knight Rider, serious Mary Sue.
You know what I mean? Like they're all Mary Sues.
There are times when it goes that way too, but I'm just saying that.
But people are just complaining now because it's women.
Okay, I'm going to say this.
Terminator.
I'm going to say this.
That way.
And I don't want to piss. And I don't want to piss Chris off because it's not direct towards him. But
no, you're fine.
My honest opinion is that we get so much pushback because the people that have been on top, the demographic that have been on top, looks like you, and now things seem to be changing. And when you've been king of the hill so long, and then people start pushing and going into your territory, that's what I think a lot of this pushback coming. Not all, but a lot of channels that I see, and they look like Chris, they are really up in arms. And that's not anything towards Chris Knight, because I've never seen Chris Knight say anything like that.
No, I know.
Or take that point of view.
Can I answer that, though?
Yeah.
Here's what I'll answer with this. Listen, if you have a problem with Black Panther or these types of movies, if you have a problem with movies, and whether or not it's Mary Sue or not, if you have a problem with women in star roles being the head of the show or head of the movie, or a different demographic being in charge of a movie or the head of a movie, then you're insecure. I hate to say it, but you're insecure, because here's the thing. If you can't stand up in your own skin and say, I'm fine with who I am. I don't feel attacked because of this. I don't feel lesser because of this. I'm fine with it. I'm okay. Great. That's perfect. I'm glad they got their movie. I'm glad it's happening. If you have to attack it to feel better about yourself, then you fundamentally have a problem. I'm not saying you can't have your opinion. I can't say that just because you don't like it, you're wrong. But if you're attacking it because it's female driven, or because it's a minority or a different demographic than yourself, if that is fundamentally where your attack comes from, then you are insecure within your own skin.
And the thing, what I was saying about Wakanda wasn't that there's a lot more women, is like what happened to the men, because and you watch Black Panther, you see them, how they were all lined up. It was pretty much evened out, right? and then you go to Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and you just have the woman in the forefront, right? And very little men as warriors fighting along with them. And I've noticed that because I like I said, I watched Black Panther again, and I was like, it was pretty. Yeah, you had the what's it, Dorja Malaje? Were there. Yeah, they were there, and they were awesome, right? But when you get to this movie, it's like, fuck, what happened? Did they thin out? Was did a lot of them retire from the blip, or were did a lot of them stay up on the mountain with where M'Baku was from and didn't come down to fight? I don't know, but I noticed it. Did it bother me? No.
I think they showcased a little bit different. You guys, and I'll point out to you because in Baku, his whole tribe seems to be all male. I haven't seen a male Jabari yet. We know from the first Black Panther that the Dorja Malaje are all female.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I did notice that when the Queen came in, her guards were all male. Had that funky ass hairstyle. She had her guards were male. Then once they brought the prisoners in, then that's when we saw the Dora Milaje. But her escorts, they were men. Then the tribe, go look at it. When she sits down talking to the UN,
I noticed that. Yeah.
She walks in, all her guards are male. They're in black suits. Mm-hmm. She sits down.
And they have the mask on their face, right?
They have some kind of funky pipe on their head or something.
Yeah.
A mohawk or something.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Yep. So her guard was male. Of course, the tribe people, like where they had the rhinos and stuff, that seems to be all male. So I mean, I think maybe they didn't showcase as much, but the main three stars were Ramonda, Okoye, Nakia, and I mean they were at the forefront, but they did have, well, I guess you want to call it Agent Ross, whatever, and they had M'Baku. Then Namor, he stole the show. So I mean, and then his right hand man was Atuna. So I mean, I think they had male presence. I don't know if I'm going to call it equal, but there was definitely a male presence there, from what I could tell.
Yeah, there was, but in comparison, there wasn't.
I think we live in a time. I think we live in a time right now where people attack movies based off of demographics and sexism, out of ignorance. I'm not saying that these movies are good. By no means am I trying to say that just because a woman leads it, or just because it's a black movie, it's an automatic. And I'm just using that as an example here. But just because it's a demographic different than my demographic, or just because it's a female-driven movie, I'm not saying that makes it a great movie. It's just when you don't like a movie, that should not be why you don't like it. It should have more to do about it. Say, well, I had no problem it was a female character that led it. I just wish they had made her more compelling. That's a way that you look at a movie and you say, listen, it's not the fact that the female led it. It's the fact that they didn't write it well. And it's like I said, I don't care who the actor, actress, what color, what background they have. I want them to pick the best actor or actress for the part.
Well, but that's what happened with Kenobi, right? With I forgot her name.
What played Reva?
Reva, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning, like the first two episodes, like, oh my god, and then she had better episodes as the series progressed. But people were getting freaking, attacked for saying certain things about her acting. Others,
but
took it
I
to
don't
a whole
disagree
different
with
level
that
where they were
because
right to get attacked, but
Well, and we all talked about that on the roundtable, that it wasn't written well for her.
Right.
And yet, as she went along, she kind of got into the part a little more, or the part got written better, whichever it was. And it was better by the end. It could have been better, but again, use your words. I mean, like my kids, it's almost like, teenagers, they don't want to talk to parents, so they use grunts and like, oh, I want to do this. It's like they fade off because they don't want to come straight to you and ask you a question. It's like, if you really have a problem with the show, don't use the easy outs of sexism or demographics. Find what's really wrong with the show, because we're not saying there's nothing wrong with it. We're saying those aren't the ways you critique shows. You have to go down deeper and find it's the director totally shot this wrong. It's not written well. Whatever. I mean, that's you got to find those things in it. I think, and too many people just jump right on board. Oh, it's all females and this, or hey, it's it's this demographic or that demographic. Or I'm tired of seeing, and again, I'm just using this as an example. I'm tired of seeing black people in everything these days. Why is everything got to be about this or that? That's not how you critique things. It's just not how it works because we live in a broader society. You have to understand that it can't all be a certain way anymore.
And I didn't mind Neymar, by the way. Like the actor, and
I thought it was. At first, I had concerns about it. I was like, no, but man, he stole the show.
Bod. Yeah,
I didn't even see the dad bod, bro.
I didn't mind
his acting. Cause that sucker, he was hell. I was like, damn, I don't want to make that motherfucker my enemy.
Yeah, he was good.
The sound of his little flipping wings there on his ankles.
When she cut that wing off, boy, that's yeah, she cut your ass now, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, we're gonna go on to the next topic. Gonna switch gears instead of going to MCU. We're gonna do a little DCEU.
DC Studios, don't say.
And this is Henry Cavill's Man of Steel 2 reportedly coming sooner than expected. This came out yesterday. Despite whispers that Henry Cavill's Man of Steel sequel is still a long way out, it seems that it might actually arrive much sooner than originally anticipated. That is first solo outing as the character debuted all the way back to 2013. Instead of getting a proper sequel, he went to star in Batman v Superman and Justice League, leaving no time for another adventure of his own. However, thanks to all the controversy behind Justice League and its failure at the box office, Josh Whedon's movie marked the last time the actor stepped into the suit for a major appearance, not counting Zack Snyder's 2021 cut, where he donned the black suit in formerly deleted scenes. That all changed recently when he was surprised the world had showed up for a big cameo at the end of Black Adam. But did his post-credit visit mean that a Superman sequel might be happening sooner rather than later? Now insiders are claiming that the recent news of Cavill leaving Netflix to watch The Witcher could be a key sign the Man of Steel 2 is just around the corner.
What are we talking about? 2 years?
During a discussion on his YouTube show, John Campea discussed why a new Superman project might be further along in development than many may think. In reference to the recent news of Liam Hemsworth replacing Henry Cavill for the lead role as The Witcher, Campea asked why did they need to announce Liam Hemsworth now? He pointed out how his news could have been announced in a few months unless the show's fourth season was going into production really soon. Here's where it makes me think a little something fishy. Why did they need to announce Liam Hemsworth now? A friend of mine texted me and said, there was absolutely no need to announce Liam Hemsworth right now. We could have announced that in a few months unless they're planning on going into production or season 4 sooner, imminently soon. And if that's the case, you just got to announce Liam Hemsworth now. In production, we're starting up as soon as the recast needed to happen. Then they could have indicated that Henry Cavill made a big scheduling conflicts. Campbell know that he's heard what Warner Brothers is a lot closer to shooting a new Superman than people think.
Apparently, he also had issues with the director and where the story was going.
Yeah,
because he was a big fan of The Witcher. Apparently,
read this last part, and then we can get to while Henry Cavill's future in DCU is looking brighter than it has in 4 years, it's still a little cloudy. When his rival in Black Adam and his exit from The Witcher seeming to indicate the return sooner rather than later, some sources seem to think that no deal has been signed for additional movies. Though it also depends on what new Warner Brothers leaders James Gunn and Peter Safran have in store for the Man of Steel future. However, given how they have been speaking to CEO David Zaslav for some time now, Superman is undoubtedly part of their plans. The real question is, which will the fans see first, Cavill in Black Adam 2 or his first proper solo since 2013? If a proper Superman sequel is in the store, it could be a great time to introduce modern takes on big villains such as Brainiac, Mr. Mxyzptlk, and Metallo. Black Adam is now being okay.
All right.
I personally do not want to see Brainiac. I'm tired of Brainiac. I would like to see Mitsuplik or Metallo. So
Um,
I will ask the question and we can go into discussion. Do you think this is sooner than later, or you think this is just some kind of puff piece to try and get us hyped for something that's probably 2 or 3 years down the road? Whoever wants to go
the
first.
the few times that I've had any conversation or any back and forth with John Campea, I get the same thing that I get from like what I think Jeremy is, but on the other side of it. John Campea is designed, and I think his main goal is to start conversation. And while there might be some truth to this, let's be honest. What's sooner rather than later? Is it going to come before Black Adam 2? More than likely it was going to, whether or not this came out or not. What's sooner rather than later? 2 years? Probably around 2 years. Is that out of the ordinary? No, there's nothing about this article that's really real. Is it coming out before Black Adam 2? I believe so. Is that sooner rather than later? No, I don't think so. I think it's right when it would have been planned anyways. They got him back, and they're going to greenlight a Man of Steel 2, period. And putting him in Black Adam only guarantees you're getting a Man of Steel 2. I don't think that ups the time. I don't think anything like that. Just because The Witcher's happening now, yes, that might be why he came back, but that does not mean that it's any closer than it was before Black Adam came out. So I honestly believe this is just a fluff piece that is there for conversation, and sooner rather than later just means probably mid-2024 is when you'll see us Man of Steel 2. Anybody? Anyone else want to go next?
Well, I definitely believe we're gonna see a Man of Steel 2. It's just like, when are we gonna see it? Who knows? But I don't think they announced him coming back for nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a solo movie with, I don't know who this Mexopix person is, but it's probably going to be a solo movie with an end credit with The Rock, and then you're probably going to get Black Adam versus Superman. Because The Rock came and said he doesn't like Shazam, doesn't like that storyline and character, so I don't know how they're going to make that work. Right? Because I was told that Black Adam's rival is really Shazam, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how they're going to make that work. Yep.
I can
I'm
tell
under
you,
the impression.
Rock has
Go ahead.
issues with,
Sorry.
no, if The Rock has issues with Shazam and the actor they casted, how are they going to make it work?
It'll be go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead.
No, you first.
I was just going to say, if Black Adam had been a home run, we might have a talk about Zachary Levi maybe being written out after Shazam 2, because it's not a guarantee that he has to be the one that plays Shazam. Black Adam 2 is not a home run. That means that The Rock will have to deal with Zachary Levi being Shazam, and that if they're going to use Black Adam against Shazam, it's probably going to be him against Zachary Levi. And I think if anything happens, it's actually not going to be a fight just between Superman and Black Adam. It's going to be a fight between Black Adam, Superman, and Shazam, probably in a team-up movie between the three of them. And what they call that, I don't know, but that's kind of what I think.
I think, and I was just about to say that I think if they want to do it right, then they're going to have Shazam in there, because they can't just do it. People are already complaining that they don't want to see a Black Adam versus Superman because Black Adam is a Shazam villain, right? So if they're listening to the fans, then they're probably going to do it that way and have Shazam and Superman versus Black Adam.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever read a comic book where Black Adam went directly at Superman. I'm sure I'll look next time I go. trying to get back into the comics a little bit, but I don't ever recall seeing that one on one. Now, of course, I think we all seen the animation where Black Adam and Superman and Shazam fought each other. And
Well,
if you watch Justice League, then we saw Superman and Shazam fought each other, and
yeah.
Shazam was
It-
fighting his ass to beating his ass until Superman figured out that if he said Shazam let that lightning hit Shazam, then he would
mhm.
turn back to the little boy. But at
Well,
first, Shazam was fucking him up.
that's the thing. I think that the first Shazam set up that the character that play the kid that plays Shazam has a thing for Superman as a hero.
Yeah.
And if something changed that, perhaps you set that up, but then you add Black Adam to that mix, that might help, and then maybe you get Shazam.
Well,
and
they left the
Superman.
door open for Black Adam because if you,
What?
I don't know if it was a deleted end scene, but I've seen an end scene like they're sitting in the Rock of Ages, and they're all sitting on the different chairs, and they said, "Who's that chair belong to?" So they kind of set it up for it, but then they also set up for that Mr. Worm, whatever the hell his name is, the worm with
Yeah.
what's his name? Um,
I don't remember.
the worm with the box, some kind of crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I read that comic book. He's from a different dimension too, and he stole a lot of magician's power. I can't think of his name now. It'll come to me. But Shifty says, "Did you see the new terms of Disney Plus? They require you to set your age and gender before December 8th, or it will interrupt your service. Who merging incoming?
No, I didn't check it out.
Didn't know that.
I never heard that. I was on it today.
Yeah. Well, he says we got to do it before December 8th, so I don't know whether they.
Yeah, but I didn't even see anywhere where you could do it. Like it
Yeah.
never gave me no warning or anything like that. So
Sometimes I wish they could do better if they were going to that route. I don't know what they're talking. I see a lot of people here saying no for Mixoplex. I'm telling you, man, Mixoplex is like Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Whatever that little clown wishes for, he gets. And man, I just went back and recently watched an episode of Superman, the animated series. And man, Mixoplex was a problem for Superman because I think it was every 40 days, his dimension and our dimension will line up, and then the only way he could get him back in that dimension is make him say his name backwards and shit. And
Mm.
I was always entertained with that, but that's just me.
you
But
see, he probably is good, but the thing is, would he translate to live action? That would be the question.
now I wouldn't make him a midget like he is in there, but in Smallville, Mixoplex, if y'all watch Smallville, he was in one of those seasons. I can't remember what season he was, and and then he was in Supergirl too. Supergirl, full grown man.
Mm.
So they can do it. I wouldn't do it like the cartoon because, of course, I don't think I'd be believable. He looked like a fucking little troll with a bowler hat on and a suit. Of course, it looked good in animation because it was Guilford Godfrey voicing him. But they can make a sinister Mixoplex, and I think that would work. So, I mean, but that's just me. Let's see. Casuals don't know Brainiac outside of maybe see him in Smallville or the cartoons. I think Brainiac's more popular than you think. Of course, I think Lex Luthor and Zod are the top two, but they done those to death. I mean, I don't want to see another Lex Luthor unless it's the one from Smallville, Michael Rosebaum. If it's him, I'm all in. Because to me, he was the best Lex Luthor out of all of them, in my opinion. But we will have to see. I don't think Alonzo would agree with that. I think he likes Gene Hackman.
Well, I never watched Smallville.
No, I'm talking about Lex Luthor. Who you think was
Yeah,
the best?
yeah, but I can't judge because I've never seen him.
Yeah, you need to watch his Lex Luthor, man. As the series became more, he became more and more sinister, buddy. Imp from the fifth dimension, Trickster against Soups, or is that the fourth? I think it's the fourth dimension. Dark Side is way too early. Yeah. Dark Side gonna be for last. He gonna be the big baddie like Thanos was. I never seen Shazam. Don't care for Zachary Levi. Don't want to have to watch a whole movie with him. I agree with you. I'm not a fan of Zachary Levi either.
I thought it was a decent movie.
It was okay. I just think that And I don't want. Well, fuck it. They blew their load too fast. They made the doggone Shazam family. They should have made that at least the second one,
Mm.
I can
in
see
my
that.
opinion. What I've heard of, well, I'm off the class. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Dan Land.
Take care down the line.
Be safe.
Ciao.
Crap, Disney's going up to $11 a month, $8 with ads. I'll pay the
I
11.
think my
I can't stand ads. Oh, that drives me crazy when you watch the movie.
Yeah, I don't
My
want no
friend-
ads. Fuck that shit.
my friend told me it's going up, but my code for it's still keeping it what it is.
Jarbo is
Worried about
posted a pic of the age and gender thing on Disney Plus. Must be starting going around. I don't know. Metallo is dope. He's okay.
Yeah, we're talking about Jarbo though, Shifty.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Blake was in season 4. I think he was on a football team with Clark, wasn't he? The Russian exchange student. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I watched Smallville, but they did a lot of good villains and stuff on there. Some was true to the comic, some was a little bit different. Last topic, then we get out here, gentlemen, and that is where did I see it at? This is something that may appeal to Chris, maybe not the other two of you. Sorry about it. Me and Chris like this. Share screen, Chrome tab, and here. Harry Potter 9, The Cursed Child movie planned at Warner Brothers. After the
Cool.
failure of the Fantastic Beasts film series, Warner Brothers Discovery is reportedly looking forward to move forward with a movie adaptation of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. The Wizarding World has experienced its own ups and downs through the years, but its momentum slowed down after Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 ended Daniel Radcliffe's on-screen adventure as the whatever that is, titular wizard. Never heard that word before. But wizard in 2011. Although the Fantastic Beast movie did return to Hogwarts and even feature Albus Dumbledore in a significant role, some fans pointed out that it didn't have the same magic that the Harry Potter films translated on screen, despite it managing to expand its world and history. Now, amid the promising news, there's plans for a small screen expansion for Harry Potter's adventures to continue. A new update about a potential Harry Potter 9 emerged online. Puck's Matt Maloney shared the source revealed that the current plan to expand the Harry Potter franchise is for Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav and more executives Michael DeLuca and Pam Abby to go hard after a movie adaptation of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which would effectively be Harry Potter 9. The Cursed Child is an original story adapted as a theater play written by Jack Thorne that is set 19 years after the ends of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, while the play follows Harry's son, Albus Severus Potter. As its protagonist, it is still managed to include the main trio, Harry, Ron, and Hermione, alongside Draco Malfoy in significant roles. Despite that, Puck noted that there were 0 Harry Potter movies on TV projects in the development. Even if Zaslav could close a deal with J.K. Rowling soon, no project will release until 2025 or later. However, the Wizarding World property is thriving, with books still selling as well as the upcoming launch of Hogwarts Legacy and the next-gen consoles. In addition, Warner Brothers Discovery also profits from the Potter areas in the Universal theme parks. It's clear that the demand for more Hogwarts-related content is still there, and the studio is aware of that. Puck sources reveal that Warner Brothers Discovery has a full adaptation rights for the 7 Harry Potter books, meaning that Zaslav has the opportunity to develop remakes of those movies with brand new actors. Let's see. Another potential setback would be Neil Blair, who is Rowling's veteran agent and closing business partner, is described as someone who keeps everything super controlled with his celebrity author client. The report believed that it's unclear to Warner Brothers whether Rowling gets the message sent to her or how those are even relayed. Puck sources even know that his suicide attempts to go around Blair. Damn. So Blair is trying to control everything. So Is this something you? Well, I think Chris wants to see it. I would want to see it. Anzo, Guys Guard does even entertain y'all, interest y'all, or y'all like?
I couldn't care less
Nope.
about no damn fucking Harry Potter.
Wow.
Nope.
I'm telling
not
you,
for me.
man, I got into it. My little girl, my youngest daughter, when she was in high school or maybe junior high, she started reading the books, was talking like, what is she talking about? And when I read the first one, I was hooked.
Nah, I wasn't a fan.
Have you ever seen any of them?
The movies?
Yeah.
Yes, you know them.
You didn't like them?
I only like the last two.
Okay. Guys, you
I-
seen any of them?
I only saw the first one.
Yeah, Deathly Hollows I thought was pretty good.
My son was young when they came on, right? So I'd take him to see the Harry Potter
Did
movies.
you like them?
Not really. If I ask him now, he probably like not because he watched them over again and he wasn't a fan.
Okay. Well, I'd be interested to see that. I like them. To me, I thought they were pretty close to the books.
See, I never read the book, so that could be why. I have no.
Yeah, I read the books. So,
But I also find that sometimes when you read the books, you end up disliking the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, damn, that's pretty damn close. And then sometimes I think it's a good thing not to know anything about the lore.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know you would definitely agree with me, but I thought Sandman was fire. And I knew nothing about Sandman other than I would go in the comic book store and look at it and see it, be like, I don't think I want. I don't. The cover ain't grabbing me. But when I saw it, and I will say, now that first episode is slow, boy. You gotta have some staying power. But after he gets out of that prison they put him in, hey, I was all in. So, but the first episode, like, I mean, if you want excitement and action and adventure, that ain't the ticket.
Yeah, for real. I watched maybe the first 3 episodes, and then after that, I was like, "Oh no, I'm good."
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess I hate to say it, but I guess it's those British movies or accents or whatever. I just ain't fucking feeling it, man. You know what I mean?
You just have to smoke another one. That's it.
Probably.
I watched this
Should
one
be
yesterday
good.
called it was Warrior Nun or something. It was a Netflix, and I've never heard anything about it. And apparently, this girl, if it's some kind of ring, it looks like that right there, and they can put it in and take it out your back. But whenever they put it in your back, it gives you like superpower. I mean, you like fucking Nightcrawler, Wolverine, fucking whoever else can fight good in X-Men. You all them suckers mixed together. But it was some kind of bullet or something that could like injure you. But other than that, man, it was pretty fire when I was watching in between making my video and stuff yesterday. But yes, people in the chat, do y'all want to see Harry Potter 9, or y'all kind of like Anzo and Goss going like, I don't give a shit.
Meh.
I think that
Harry Potter. Jason lives. What the hell are you talking about?
Shifty's obviously on some good LSD or something. I don't know. I kind of want to see this, but I think where they went wrong with the Fantastic Beasts is they tried to integrate things that weren't necessary from the original movies into it. There's nothing wrong, and this kind of goes to where Andor works for me, and I'm just going to use Andor as an example, is that Andor's tied to the Star Wars universe, but doesn't necessarily rely on the Star Wars universe. It can work in its own thing. It just, for me, it helps it being in the Star Wars universe, but it doesn't necessarily require me to have the Jedi or the Emperor right there first and foremost.
Be careful what you say. Be careful your next words.
No, I'm just saying that while it has Harry Potter and it will have Draco and all of that in it, it needs to be its own story. It needs to have its own background foundation. While it can be based in Harry Potter's world and it can be based at Hogwarts, his son, which the book's about, must be the main focus. And you shouldn't need to bring Albus Dumbledore or any of the other professors into it to really make it work. It has to
ain't gonna
stand
bring
on its
Dumbledore.
own.
Dumbledore dead as fuck.
Well, he is. I'm just saying, you got to make it where where that child stands on his own feet as
They
the
can't make it
forefront
be
of.
They can't make it be a repackaged version of his daddy
Basically,
neither. I don't want to
yes.
see another.
And I think
see a
that's where they
different
went
version.
wrong with. Yeah, I think that's where they went wrong with Fantastic Beasts. I'm okay with the Fantastic Beasts series. It's just as it went along, it relied more and more on what had already been done, rather than being its own thing.
I did like the goofy guy. I can't think his name. The one that can control all the different beasts and shit. He was different.
Newt Scamander. But that is who it should have been based off of, because that's what the novelette that it was based off of was, or the novella that it was based off of was on Newt Scamander, because Newt Scamander wrote the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them book, and that's what it was. It was just a book about where to find these fantastic beasts. And if they just kind of incorporated that and left alone the rest of it, no, they had to go and bring in an evil wizard, and they had to bring in all the other stuff. It's like, you didn't have to go that route. And so it just started feeling like a really watered down,
they had to
fractioned version of the original
LGBT box too.
Yeah.
You know what I find funny? We got a grown ass black man talking about Harry Potter. I'm just. Worth it.
Oh man,
I wish I had a belt like that. God, I wish I had a belt.
Mm-hmm.
Man, keep your kids in check.
Nah, he'd be slashing it, trying to reach me all the way from here.
Yeah.
Like, whap!
Come on, belt.
All the way from South Carolina.
Reach through space and time and get
Montreal,
right on his lips.
Pick up some poutine on the way.
You know.
Oh my gosh.
Shitty said that's why you don't like him, Alonzo, because that's why you don't like Andor, because there are too many British accents.
That is boring, but yeah, you're right.
That.
yeah, that's a possibility. I'm like, I got everybody fucking speaks British. We're like, what the fuck?
That's how the original ones were. That's how the first two Star Wars were.
I saw it. That's some good herb.
Yeah, but you know, I guess there wasn't enough of them. Right? They had little one-liners, two-liners. You know what I mean? Like
shit, Kenobi, wasn't he British?
Well, he is, but it's not as.
I mean, did he speak with a British accent?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
I thought he did. Sir Long.
Shit.
What's his name?
Sir Alex Guinness.
Yeah.
I mean, one or two I can accept. You know what I mean? When I'm watching the whole fucking movie and everybody's doing it, I'm like, oh, fuck this shit, man.
I didn't sign up for Shakespeare. Fuck.
You know?
No, yeah. Every time he's like, you know, he sits there and he's thinking, you know,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh yeah, I said that after like the third episode or so. I'm like, yeah, fuck this, I'm done. It is caca.
That was me after She-Hulk, but you know, I was part of that roundtable.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Once you get in those roundtables, you gotta finish it.
That was one of the
It's hard.
things ever, buddy.
Hey, I will watch She-Hulk again over Andor.
Oh god, no.
What? Oh no.
I will watch the episode 6 or 7 with Daredevil in it. Yeah, but the rest of them,
Over Andor, absolutely. Andor is that fucking NyQuil
The
How's that
one
episode?
episode Daredevil was prominently featured in, yes. Other than that, no. Andor's far and above, way, way better.
It's like there's 2 episodes of The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. You know, that made the Book of Boba Fett.
What?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. But, yeah.
Ah, shit, here we go.
To me,
I think I'm gonna he's looking.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response,
English, motherfucker, do
what you just said is one of the
English, motherfucker, do
what you just said is
English, motherfucker, do
You're best. Losers always.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Damn.
Wow.
Holy shit. Oh my gosh.
Shiite.
I love the Book of Boba. No one will talk bad about it on my
Boba
channel.
was all right. It's just there was those moments. It's like, listen, when you see the Mighty Morphin,
You is smart. You is kind. You is important. That's so good.
I have to talk slow to people that say crazy stuff.
no, listen,
Reassure them that
when the
he is
one
bad.
chick, when Phoenix Shan turns around and has to go through an archway that wasn't there when she jumped over the wall, like some of that stuff, it's like when you watch it, you're like, wait a minute, what
I don't
hell
care what you
really
say.
happened?
This is what Phoenix Shan and this is what Boba Fett said at the end of the series.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
with the help of a Rancor.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
I mean,
Daddy's fingers on the trigger, man.
You know what he told
But-
them? You know what he
But
says too?
Danny,
To all
I
y'all,
will-
he says,
I'm your huckleberry.
but Danny, I will watch Book of Boba Fett before I ever put on that Andor
yeah.
shit again.
hey, that's right.
you know,
This is Boba's theme right here, buddy.
There can be only one.
What else would I watch?
Only one.
That I would watch over that one. Wonder Woman 1984. I would watch that.
I don't know about that.
I would
bro.
watch
don't know
that
about
over Andor.
That had me so mad that Christmas. Woo!
I
I would
remember
watch
that.
that over Andor.
The rest of the day.
All right, hold on. Hold on. You keep saying no, Danny, to my questions, but how many episodes of Andor have you watched?
Number like 2.
Okay, so you watched 2 episodes of Andor.
But I'm not watching Wonder Woman 84 ever again. No.
So you would rather finish Andor than watch Wonder Woman 84 again?
Hallelujah, man, because I'm telling you, Wonder Woman 84.
Oh,
was-
absolutely not.
Wonder Woman 84, I don't know which is worse, that or Thor Love and Thunder.
Oh, I'd watch Thor: Love and Thunder over Andor as well.
Oh, no.
Absolutely.
I can't deal with them.
Hold on. I'll give you one better. I watch Eternals over Thor. I'd watch Eternals again before I
You're
ever
going to watch a
that
3-hour movie over what? Is it 6? 21
9?
episodes? 9?
9 episodes.
That's about the same thing. Close to it.
I would watch those movies
You're
over
speaking-
Andor again. Yes, I will.
You're speaking total crazy right now. I
know
can't.
what I will watch.
I hear so
I
many
watch
people
Andor
talking.
over Thor 2. I definitely would watch that.
Absolutely not. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. This is Andor is the only Star Wars property that I stopped watching. It's the only one I haven't seen.
So you like the Bad Batch better than Andor?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Keep naming them. Whatever you name is better than fucking Andor. Yes. Yes.
Ewok special?
Huh?
Ewok
Yes.
special cards?
Yes. Yes. I will watch I will watch that shitty Ewoks TV series before I watch Andor again. 100%.
Oh my gosh.
What about Meteor
All right.
Man?
Oh, but Meteor Man's fire though. You know what I'm saying? That's a no-brainer.
Meteor Man should be in the MCU. What are you talking about, Danny?
So,
Facts.
oh no, hell no.
Meteor Man, Blank Man.
So Mortal Kombat,
100%.
the last one.
100% over Andor.
I thought you hated that movie.
I do. That's just to show you how much I fucking hate Andor. I do.
Hate is such a strong word.
Yeah. And I usually, well, I can't say that because when it comes to movies and stuff, yeah, there's some that I absolutely hate.
How about Visions?
Visions? Star Wars Visions?
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Over under.
Oh, no,
Yes.
couple of Visions was crap, bro.
Still watched it. Still more entertaining than
Couple
fucking
of them
Andor.
was doggone shit sandwich.
You were absolutely correct, and they were still more entertaining than Andor. Still, Andor, they have, from the episodes I've seen, there is nothing going on in that fucking show that has me saying, "Oh my god, yes, this is fire." There is fucking nothing. Blah 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 blah. Talk. Hey, let's go do this mission. They go do the mission. Blah 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 blah.
Basil, je pense que t'as raison, Basil. Basil says Hanzo would watch French TV over.
I got one for you. I got one from guys.
Spanish TV, and I don't even understand it.
I don't get.
Doctor Who, Hanzo.
Huh?
Doctor Who.
I ain't never seen no Doctor Who yet, but I'm pretty sure I could find a few episodes of Doctor Who that are better than fucking Andor.
Man, Doctor Who, you talking about special effects? That's crap. Oh my god.
Probably.
Those are the.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now that
that's like shit, you little kid.
Andor is probably some of the best Star Wars out there, just based off writing.
Oh yeah, you got to get it. Where is it at? Can I find it?
Go ahead, whatever.
It's not wrong what he's saying though.
God damn you all to hell!
I'm not saying again. It is not everybody's Star Wars, but it is really, really well written.
Do or do not. There is no try.
There is no try. It is the best written Star Wars. The difference is that
do
best.
I
want to go best.
The only way I can describe it is and I hate saying this because I hate soap operas. It is Star Wars soap opera. That's
Garbage.
what it is.
Doesn't feel like Star Wars.
And
So
here's Andor is art, is cinema, is HBO.
No,
movies is going to do well at the Emmys next year. It's high class. We all watch with monocles and say, "Here, old chap."
I'm not going to go with
Shifty like Thor, Love, and Thunder.
I'm really not. I still, even with that, I don't know if it's going to do Emmy.
Yeah.
Shifty likes Thor, Love, and Thunder, so I take what he
says.
said.
Say you rather watch Andor or The Last Jedi?
Oh, Last Jedi. Last Jedi. Rise of Skywalker.
Shit.
Whatever.
Solo.
All of them. Oh, Solo for sure.
I know you hated. I know you hated the other. What's the thing?
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
That's a toss-up. Rogue One and Andor are toss-up.
Whoa.
Definitely be a toss-up. But yeah, man. So here we're talking about Andor with the great fucking story of Andor, right? They go do the mission. So Andor and the dude are sitting in the forest and they're talking, and he's like, "Hey man, we can take this money and take it for ourselves and stuff like that, And he's trying to get Andor to like take the money that they just got. And Andor's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." Gets up and shoots him. Boom.
Damn.
Yeah. That's called because he feels like he's about ready to get double crossed. So if
he wasn't getting double crossed, he was leaving.
Character is.
He wasn't getting double crossed, he was leaving.
Into his character.
No, he wasn't getting double crossed. He was leaving. His plan was to get the money and to bounce. So there was no way he was going to be getting double crossed.
He felt about the guy trying to get him to take the money and leave with him was going to double cross him, probably leave him on a planet or kill him.
And then,
so instead of letting it happen, he did exactly what Han Solo does to the guy, to Woody Harrelson's character. He just shoots him and says, "Fuck this shit. I'm not going to take a chance."
Woody Harrelson's character, what, in Solo?
Yes.
Yeah, that piece of shit movie. Yeah,
he's like, exactly. No, I'm not dealing with it.
A piece of shit movie. So you're comparing it to another piece of shit movie.
It builds right into who that character is.
You're comparing it to another piece of shit movie.
And building his character.
First off,
building his character.
What have you done, man?
To what he has become.
Nope.
in
Nothing you're gonna
Rogue
say.
One.
There's nothing you guys are gonna say. He was about to
No,
fucking leave.
that's your opinion, though, and you're right to that opinion.
It's not like he was
It makes
staying with
sense
them. He
for
was
his character.
bouncing. No, he was
Yes, it
bouncing.
does.
He was going to leave and never come back. And he had no connection to the people he did the crime with. He did not have any
That wasn't
connection
the
to them.
point. You're missing the point.
What was
it
the point?
wasn't that. The guy
They didn't
offered
even
him,
know
no,
his
listen,
real
okay, you want me to just tell you
name.
what the point is? I'll tell you what the point is. Wait. The point was, the guy said, hey, all that money's on that ship. We can take it. I know a place where we can go. We can split it, and then we can go our separate ways. Andor heard that and thought, you know what he's going to do is he's going to get me out in the middle of nowhere, kill me, and he's going to run off with all the money. So instead of even bothering, he said, fuck this, I'm out, and shot the guy.
But he was never planning on stealing the money. So that's irrelevant. You're saying he was going to go, the man was going to take the money and go kill him, but he was never planning on leaving with that guy. There was never a plan to leave with that guy. That guy just came up with the idea, blew out of his head, and said, let's do this, blah, 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 blah. Andor was about,
And Andor looked at it as one of two things.
Let me finish.
Being played.
Hold on, let me finish.
Hold on.
Let me finish, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Andor was not planning to stay with these people. It was established from the beginning that after he did the crime, he was going to give back that bracelet and he was going to bounce. So this guy thinking that this guy was planning on setting him up if he sold the money is irrelevant because that was never Andor's plan.
That isn't necessarily the thing. What I'm trying to say here is he either felt he was being double-crossed because the guy was trying to make him look like he was going to steal the money, and then he was going to turn around and tell the girl.
But he was never planning on stealing the money.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to him. That was his only way off of that planet because they had to take him. Yes.
It was not because they didn't have to take him because he took the ship and bounced. He said, I'm taking the money, taking the ship and bounce.
Because he went in and said, hey, I killed the, he basically
about
it.
And he killed the guy.
Said, I'm leaving. I'm taking what's mine and I'm leaving.
And he's like, oh, I killed him because he was going to double cross you. And she was like, no, he's not. And he was like, yes, he was. And they just magically believe him, some guy that they don't even know.
This is what I say.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
That's the fucking amazing
and that's
writing.
the thing. That's why you find the reasons why it doesn't work because you don't like it. I find the reasons why it works because I do like it. That's exactly why
that's the amazing writing people talk about. Okay.
Well, it makes sense in the connotations that it's used, so that's fine.
Hey.
You're out of order! You're out of order!
Can I use all of them tonight? I'm gonna use all of them tonight.
Oh my god, Daddy found all those fucking clips, man. He's like trigger happy.
Hey, when we get off tonight, this is what Anzo going to tell Chris. This is what Anzo is going to call and tell Chris. I promise you.
I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have,
shit happens.
A very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
You keep talking shit about the
nightmare for people like you.
Nightmare.
I don't really give a fuck. I mean, I know he doesn't like it. It's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Look for you.
But like everything,
I will not pursue you.
You're not gonna
but
pursue
if you don't,
Chris. But if you don't
I
agree
will
with
look
him,
for you.
You will
and
look for
you will find you. Crooked.
I will send you my app.
I will kill you.
Right here. It's fine. We'll have a beer or two, or we'll drink, or we'll smoke up since it's legal here in Missouri now. And we can have our conversation.
You smoke, I'm gonna call your job. Test that motherfucker. Test him. Test him right now.
Wait.
I'm mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
Danny, I work for a casino that's based out of Nevada where it's legal. They don't test anymore.
I'm gonna say test.
And they'll look at you and say, no, we're not gonna bother.
I'll say, officer, this is Officer Graham.
You stay there.
Such.
Danny talk all this crap. Danny come to Montreal when he's retired. He is bunning a spliff.
I can tell you that ain't gonna happen, buddy. I can tell you that right now.
Like,
I can tell you
that
two things. I can tell you two things that ain't gonna happen. I ain't gonna never ever drink beer again. I'm 52 years old and I only had beer twice. Tasted it. Tastes like damn mule piss. And I ain't never had no damn marijuana up to my it.
Yeah, you ain't never had it, so you don't know, right?
How does he know what mule piss tastes like? That's what
let's just use my imagination.
Okay.
Now,
I'm sorry for your imagination.
Now, if I was to walk into a strip club, then that'd be a horse or a different color. You have a better chance to get me in there, but I'd be broke by the end of that night. I have zero discipline when it comes to that kind of stuff.
You see, I know I shouldn't say this, but I know he'll forget by the time he comes here. But I'll just say, hey, Donnie, want a cupcake?
Oh, no.
Hey, Donnie, want a cookie? Look at this chocolate chip cookie right here. You want to try this?
I know.
So what you say?
You got weed in here, don't you? That's
so
exactly.
So you're saying if I offer you a cookie, you ain't gonna take it?
Like you just said, nah. No kind of delectables.
It's okay. Hey, it doesn't have to be a cookie. It could be a candy.
These are gummy bears. Nope.
Yeah, exactly. He thought he was some gummies.
These are tasty brownies.
No.
Put even ice cream on them. And they're fresh out the oven.
I'll buy a bag, make it look like some real gummies. Be like, here, Donnie.
He won't touch them. He won't trust it, man. He'll be like looking at you up and down.
Like, Donnie, nope. As long as you know me, you don't trust me? Come on,
I do not. If there was no ship, the others would ride off the planet, and that would. Oh man, we not get back into that. Okay, I don't know why I read that. But anyway, this is another good episode. Damn, we've been here an hour and 30 minutes. I didn't realize it. Shit, time flies when you're having fun, I guess.
Indeed.
We'll go ahead and go around. We'll start with Mr. Knight. What's going on in your neck of the woods, sir? Where and when can we see you next on this exciting YouTube channel? Mr. Knight.
Never.
Earth to Chris.
He's rolling his first joint.
Yeah.
He's like,
all right. Well, we'll jump to Mr. Guy Scar, the Bosco scenario. When can we see you next?
Sorry, I had to check something real quick. Sorry. Go ahead, guys. Sir.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Real Review 3000, guys. Check it out this week. The Rumble will be Thursday, and then, of course, we'll have the weekly wrap-up on Sunday. We'll have Andor Roundtable on Sunday and Name That Tune on Sunday. Tomorrow night, of course, be there for Anzo's show here on Khaos Central, and Wednesday, the Rule of Three here on Khaos Central. Thank you, Danny.
Are we doing next week since that's Thanksgiving week?
Do what?
Are we doing the shows next week since that's Thanksgiving week?
I'm going to have a rough time getting around to things because I have a really busy weekend after Tuesday. So, or actually Tuesday on. So, I'd be okay with taking it off.
That's I mean, so I'm good with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be on the road traveling to my family member's house. So Wednesday would be very hard for me next week. But the other 2 nights I'm good. So it's whatever y'all want to do.
We can pass. That's cool.
Guys, Carl, what's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Check out my show tomorrow on my channel, The Bosco Scenario, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Tomorrow?
Hang out. Tomorrow.
No, that's 2 days.
No, shit. 2 days. What
the yeah.
I jumped ahead a day.
And I'm the one that smokes weed, right?
Absolutely. Occasionally.
Oh, you see, there you go. Oh.
Occasionally.
See, Danny, you the only odd man out. Chris has done it.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, brother.
One of these kids is doing his own thing.
That would be this kid right here.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was too funny. That was good.
Could you imagine me high and talking about Black Panther?
Oh my god.
I would love it. I would love it. I would love it.
We stream that shit.
Would be fired the next day.
I would love it.
No.
That's why I said wait till you retire, Donnie, when you ain't got no job to go to. Huh? You know you ain't got no job. You know what Ice Cube say? Not Ice Cube. Tucker, it's Friday. You ain't got no job. You know what I mean? Get that.
Even when I'm retired, I'm gonna still have something on the side. I can't know if I sit at home idle. But yeah. Anzo, what's going on your neck of the woods, sir?
You guys know Biggaford Entertainment. Tomorrow's Khaos List. Wednesday, OOC. This Friday we will probably be doing the tournament.
Good. What are we doing?
Tag teams.
Oh man, yeah. I'm there.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that on Friday. But other than that, man, great show.
I want to give Anzo a hand because I've been on his show like for the past 4 weeks, and it has been zero cop bashing. I don't think I had any articles.
Well, I got a text today from I got a text today from somebody sending me some cop shit. I was like, oh yeah, huh?
What
Sounds like it's a Wednesday to miss.
Panel over here.
Oh, guy scar, huh? Look at him down there, laugh like a damn. Like you're supposed to be my friend. Look at him. Oh,
it was in my feed.
It's okay. I had seen it already, but I was like, yeah, that's definitely a topic.
Oh my God.
You know what it is? We all know what the show is built off of, right? You guys just like, we can't have Kanye all the time. We got to get back into the cop shit.
No, you got to change. I'm your host, Comic Chat. Catch me here Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also on the same channel. Catch me on Alonzo's show tomorrow, which is Khaos List. Chris show, which is Rule of 3. Guy Scar show is the Hangout. Well, I love my weekends now. We did a 2-hour show, I think, of Square One this Saturday. It was very interesting, very fun. Glad to get back into that. Now that it's winter time up there in good old Canada, then we will be able to do that more often because it could interfere with Roberto's golfing. So, but now that it's cold up there, he'd be able to stay at home, so we can. Yeah, man, it's cold this week. We got night shoot tomorrow.
But I don't know why the hell we were holding off on Square One because of Roberto. Like Roberto is the man that we should be. Me and you created that shit, and if these motherfuckers want to come on, then fuck them.
Okay. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I was trying to be nice, but hey, you have spoken.
You just see him at the golf course. He goes, motherfuckers doing this shit.
Yeah, man, we got night shoot tomorrow, and they supposed to rain, boy. That's whew. Lord, give me strength.
Oh, we getting snow on Wednesday.
Snow?
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta change my tires, man.
How much?
No, it's not.
We're getting it right now.
Snow? You get snow now, Chris?
Yep.
Shit.
Overnight, we're supposed to have it anywhere from 2 to 3 inches, which is
nothing,
technically.
Not everybody can be lucky to live places where there's actually no snow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing is like,
but it is far. Sometimes it's been like
I'm already
we've seen snow.
Mm-hmm. What are you saying, Chris?
No, I was just saying, tomorrow morning I'm probably finding a taxi for a few people. So,
hey man, I left my house today, and I was like, you know what? I'm probably gonna put on my winter jacket, and I was like, nah, not today. Tomorrow, that winter jacket is on. It is cold.
You regretted that?
Cold.
Yeah.
How cold is it
What's the temp right now?
It's -9 degrees Celsius.
What the hell is that? Fahrenheit.
Hey Siri, what's -9 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? -9 degrees Celsius is 15.8 degrees Fahrenheit. 15.8.
Christ.
That's pretty cold.
And that's nothing.
That makes your balls want to crawl up.
And that is right.
Inside.
That's
15
nothing.
degrees?
Yeah, that's nothing.
Oh,
yeah.
No, it's nothing.
Right now it's 49 here.
Yeah.
It's like 30 something here. So it's
tomorrow
get down to 20 tonight.
This morning it was 33 we woke up, but like this weekend it's gonna be in the 20s. I'm like, shit.
Eyes only says there's even snow in Texas, man. Texas got that freaking -30 degrees and fucked up all the pipes and plumbing in freaking Texas.
Jeez.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, people, we definitely had a good show. Enjoyed it, and we'll catch us tomorrow on Alonzo's show, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, where the hell is the outro to this mother? Doom, there it is. And until tomorrow, take it easy. Peace.
I am inevitable.
Okay, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Khaotic Conversation. And here we go. The beat beat's banging, so the verse gotta bang too. You ain't feeling it, man, I don't know what to say to you. I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep flowing. And my channel, yeah, it's gonna keep growing. Comment chat is who I am. You be like, yo, that's Danny? Damn, he kinda nice. This shit is hot. It's Monday night. It's 9 o'clock. The show Chaotic Conversation is the best damn show on YouTube Nation. So sit back, enjoy the show, and like the Joker says, and here we go. Chaotic Conversation. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you dare miss it. That's what I said. Don't you dare miss it.